What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the podcast, Talking with Beauties, episode 93. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about everything football, mainly Super Bowl talk. So, of course, Super Bowl is this weekend on Sunday. So we're trying to get this episode out before the weekend so you guys can check it out. Maybe help you out with some bets or other stuff, maybe just internal picks whatsoever. But let's get into the episode. But before we do that, let's introduce our guests. We got two guests on today via Zoom. This is how we're going to do our normal episodes when we have multiple people on now. We got Kettler and we got Connor. What's going on, boys?
How's it going? I think I have the best lighting, though, to be honest.
The best what?
Lighting. Like, you don't need a ring light. You could just...
Dude,
like
you are...
me.
Yeah, it's so dark on your screen.
Nah, I'm bright.
Kettler is glowing right now.
I'm glowing.
Half of his face is so bright. You're very dark over there. But hey, we're all here.
I get that a lot.
No, you don't.
No, you don't know me. You don't know me.
Well, hey, these are the two guys that are normally on the episodes. Now you can put faces to the names. So there's Kettler in the middle. There's Connor off to the right of your screen. And,
I'm on the left. On my...
but for the sake of the episode, you're on the right.
I'll agree with you,
so
so we're both wrong.
So, yeah, this is just the normal setup. This is how we normally are. We just normally talk and stuff like that. So let's get into the episode. A couple episodes ago, we started a new segment called Talking with Cuties, and it seemed to be a pretty good hit. I mean, I think it went pretty well. We just talked about normal life, and we're going to do that one on this episode as well. So, Kettler, Connor, let's get into Talking with Cuties. What's going on in life, dudes?
Top secret. I'll give it to Kettler.
Top secret.
Just going through school, working, ready for football, Super Bowl Sunday. Just trying to go through every day, try to be better. That's what's going on with me, day by day.
Nice.
Trying
Connor,
to heal.
you've been absent from everything. What have you been up to?
Just got some stuff in the works, But I will say, go watch Goodfellas, Taxi Driver, and King of Comedy. 3 great Martin Scorsese movies.
Well, I gotta say, have you seen the new?
It was my turn. You were done.
The new Indiana Jones movie. That movie was actually really good.
Pretty solid. Like, not gonna lie. Like, I was fully thinking that I was gonna hate the whole thing, and I was like, I don't hate this. So
actually, it was a good movie. And then I know Miles talked about it. He's already watched it 3 times. Do I know? Maybe now he's even watched it 4 times. The Ted series. He loves that thing.
Shit, dude,
he's dying laughing on that.
When
I think
hilarious.
It's okay. I've seen it once, but Miles, you're probably in 7th time watching it through. I don't know, but
I haven't watched it since that 3rd time through, but it is hilarious. If you guys have not watched it and you like that kind of comedy, you will enjoy it. I love that type of comedy. That very uncomfortable.
3 times.
3 times
crazy,
through, dude.
though.
The first time.
When did it come out?
like a month or 2 ago.
Maybe it's been out a month. Yeah.
How are
7
your grades?
episodes, dude. Well, I do have 1 grade that's not looking great. I know my mom and dad watch this, so hey, I'm doing great, Mom.
How'd you do on that test that you were supposed to
They don't have to sign your progress
video games
reports?
with us instead?
I took it yesterday. Don't know until tomorrow. So
Okay.
Hopefully in class tomorrow we get the grades. So I don't know how I did. I actually think I did better than what I felt going into it. So that's
good.
a positive.
Good.
So, but yeah, dude, Ted, watch it. That show is fucking awesome. But you guys watching anything else? Any other projects you've been working on? Connor, you've been absent, so have you been working a lot? What have you been up to?
Yeah, just more or less.
Okay.
Playing ping pong at work?
No, I haven't played this year, actually. I'm going to forget how to play for when next time we hang out. I just want to give everyone else a chance,
Sure, yeah, that's cool.
Thought I'd do that.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Or you get fired. Is that what happens? No. You secretly working at the Shake Shack again?
No,
Spaghetti Shack, right?
I mean, Spaghetti Shack?
Spaghetti Shack, yeah. What a great callback right there. Awesome callback from last year on this time, too.
Spaghetti Shack, that's what I meant.
Shack. Yeah, go check it out up at Prescott Valley, the Spaghetti Shack. Is it even still there?
Bro, do not give away my coordinates, man.
Oh, they already know where I am. They pretty much could find Kettler because he's been hobbling around. They could beat him.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I am
Just
walking
walk
on
around with the
2
metal
feet.
detector.
Okay.
Hey, I'm still gonna take anybody else in a fight right now between you and another guy. So I'm sorry, dude. All right.
No.
Hey, any last comments before we head into the meat of the episode?
Nope.
All right, let's head into the main episode. So today we're just going to talk about Super Bowl. So the games happened a couple weeks ago. At least it feels like a couple weeks ago. I think, 2 weeks now? And we're not going to talk about those games because everyone knows Kansas City and San Francisco are in the Super Bowl. And that will be on Sunday, February 11th, 4:30 p.m. on CBS. Rematch of Super Bowl 59. Excuse me. I gotta read Roman numerals, not always the best there.
Wait, 59? How'd that happen?
49? 49? Is it 49?
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus, guy.
Dude, it's
This
Roman
guy owning a
numerals,
podcast.
dude.
It was what, 5 years ago? 4 years
I
ago?
don't know. I kind of
4
blocked it
years
out, to
ago.
be completely honest.
Super Bowl 54.
54? I don't know, dude. Okay, 54. Yeah, 54. That makes sense now. All right,
Yeah.
rematch of Super Bowl 54. And Kansas City did win that one, so it's a rematch. And as of right now, the spread's opened up as a -2.5. San Francisco over under 47.5. Seems to be a pretty solid line. Kind of surprised San Francisco was the favorite. It is currently on ESPN Bet. San Francisco -1.5, and the over under is still at 47.5. So if you guys are betting, take note of that. But none of us really do bet. I don't think, right? You guys don't bet.
No.
No.
No, I lose all my money when I bet, so I don't bet anymore, really. So I don't even.
Didn't you have like
flirt with
$20, $200 or something free? Then the rest you had to pay for or something like that?
Yeah, I put $40 into my DraftKings account, and I made, because I signed up, you get like $20 free bets or something like that through
That's what it was.
and I lost, I think, 8 of the 10 bets.
Fun.
And ended up pretty much losing all my money. So I've lost $40 on that app. So I'm not very energetic about betting anymore. I like looking at the lines, but I don't like to bet anymore for that reason. My very last bet that I did make, though, was San Francisco at a plus 225 to win the Super Bowl when this playoff started. So hopefully that works out. But as of right now, I don't know. I don't know. We're back and forth on this, but let's get into just like things happening around in the league. So right now, everyone's been talking about field conditions. So 49ers have been complaining about field conditions. They're currently at the UNLV practice facility, and they're worried about soft field conditions, which seems very could be dangerous for some people's eyes. Kansas City is using the Las Vegas Raiders facility, but boys, do you guys think this is a problem? We'll start off with Kettler.
I think it's kind of a problem when it comes to just like equal and trying to make sure it's fair for both sides. You know, people are going to make they're favoriting one team or the other for the Chiefs, but I think it's just like maybe they don't have two facilities that can both work out into their favor to work, but I think it is unfair that one is having a better playing field than the other when it comes to practice.
Yeah, I agree. Connor, what is your thoughts about this?
Yeah, it's just kind of weird that uh, like an organization as big as the NFL has a problem like this. I mean, I guess it is a new area, like a new sports town, so it's kind of, I guess they're just working with what they got. But it is, I mean, I think because Kansas City is technically the home team, so they're going to get the better one. It's not just like they're favoring Kansas City, but
Nah, the
other
league's
than
against the Niners.
And that dude put the Kansas City Chiefs flag underneath the Raider Stadium when it was built, so very much the Chiefs home.
Yeah,
By default.
Yeah, for me, I think this is definitely could be worrisome. I think you see these guys make a bunch of cuts at practice, stuff like that, because you practice how you play. And it definitely is dangerous. I don't know what they could do at this point. I don't think they're going to do anything about it. But unfortunately, I could see this as a reason why the Niners are going to use it as almost an excuse. I could see it as if they don't win this game, they're going to use it as like, oh, we didn't have the same practice
The
facilities as
Brock
them.
Purdy elbow excuse, huh?
I do think it could turn into an excuse and a
I know
cop
it
out.
will if it
So
is, but it is what it is.
you're not going to change it at this rate. So it's whatever at this point. But it definitely is worrisome. But
Just hope nobody gets hurt.
yeah, at this rate, if someone does get hurt, they're going to be missing the game. So hopefully nothing.
Just as long
bad
as both
does
teams
happen.
have fun, you know.
I gotta say, as long as the field is better than when they were all slipping in that one Super Bowl,
Yeah, it's
and
horrible.
then the Raiders. I saw the Raiders end zone a couple of weeks ago. Like you could literally see no turf in some spots. So as long as they fix that part on the actual playing field, I think that's what's the most important.
They should
Because
do throwback A's and build a baseball diamond for the Super Bowl. I think that'd be so cool. Nice little pay homage. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure what I said was probably more important to address, but what'd you have?
that's fine. No, that's all I was gonna say, right?
Oh, no, you were not.
Yeah,
You're not going to say what I just
you're gonna
said.
try to cut off my tangent, so that's fine.
I don't even know what that means, so.
I don't know what to say to that.
What was he going to say? I don't know what he was going to say.
I don't know either. I think he did maybe cut him off, but
Well, I was talking about the Raiders field, how it used to, like a couple weeks ago when they didn't even have like turf in the end zone. It was very unplayable grass. So as long as they fix that for the Super Bowl, I think the Super Bowl actual grass is what matters more than the practice field, in my opinion.
They should, yeah. That's still ridiculous how an NFL field can be like that, but I don't
Agreed.
know. That's kind of
yeah,
interesting.
it's not ideal for sure. Not ideal. We'll move on though. Not a lot of injuries to bring up. I think the only thing is that defenseman for Kansas City will not be playing the game because of the torn ACL. We all knew that. I've been getting notifications about George Kittle. He has been limited in practice due to I think a leg or groin, kind of that midsection area. But I guarantee he'll be in the game, so I wouldn't worry too much about that as well. So have you guys heard any injury news? Anything that's sparking the news right now? Because I have not seen really anything there.
Not really. I mean, Kadarius Toney is back to full healthy. He's back.
Are they going to play him?
I doubt they're gonna play him, but I know because Andy Reid's not gonna want. I mean that makes it better for the Niners to win. You know, like he's Butterfingers out there, but I know he's back, eligible to practice, and most likely will play in the Super Bowl. So I know that's an injury update.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. We'll move on. Some cool stats that I found. We'll talk about. Not unfortunately, we'll talk about the Niners. Brock Purdy will be the third youngest quarterback to start in the Super Bowl, behind Dan Marino and Ben Roethlisberger, who were the only other quarterbacks that were younger than him. And another one I saw featuring Sam Darnold. He is the first person from the 2018 NFL Draft of all the quarterbacks taken to reach that Super Bowl. We made an episode, what was it, last week with Kettler, and that episode did not record well for some reason. Audio was muffled like hell. It was not even worth bringing out. But we did talk about this a little bit. I'm not going to ask Kettler the question because he knows it. But Connor, do you know who was taken first of the quarterbacks in the 2018 NFL Draft?
Baker?
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah. Baker Mayfield.
I didn't know if it was that or 17.
Nah, Baker was first. Darnold was after him. And then we got
then Rosen?
Josh Allen, actually, and then Rosen. I fucking hate Rosen, though. Lamar Jackson, Mason Rudolph, Kyle Luletta, Mike White, Luke Falk, Tanner Lee, Danny Etling, Alex McGough, and Logan Woodside. Those were the 13 quarterbacks taken in the 2018 NFL Draft. It's pretty good names in there, but I'm very surprised Darnold's the first one out of all of them to even make it to the finals.
At least he played and got a touchdown for the team when that Ravens game when Brock Purdy threw 4 interceptions. So he at least earned it to make it to the Super Bowl.
Yep, that's true.
That was a good drive. He just came right down the field and then threw a touchdown in the middle of the field. So
Yeah, good stuff. All right, guys. Hey, we got conspiracies now. Super Bowl conspiracies. Let's talk about them. So we'll start off with the teams that wear white in Super Bowls are 15-3 in the last 18 Super Bowls. This Super Bowl will still have the Niners wearing white, Kansas City wearing red, which is that same exact matchup back in what number did you say it was?
2020.
54 or something like that. Whatever
54
Super Bowl
probably.
that one was.
Yeah, it was 54.
All right, so yeah, that one, it's the same exact color schemes. So Niners lost that one. So I think that was the last time the team in white did lose. If I'm mistaken, I could be, but I think that is correct. Do you guys see any relationship with this, or just a weird coincidence?
I'd love for it to happen again. But I would also love for the other team to. I want both teams to lose, but I just hope I just hope COVID doesn't happen again because it's the same teams and then the same COVID. So it's just like we'll see if history repeats itself. But those are ESPN Joe Buck numbers, so I don't know what stats are actually true or not, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll move on to another conspiracy. Super Bowl teams that win the coin toss are 1-9 in the last 10 Super Bowls. Connor, did the Eagles win the coin toss last year?
I don't remember.
Probably. I'm going to say 90% chance that it was a yes.
I think they did. I don't know. I can't for sure.
The Chiefs would be the
They
ones
don't
to break
usually
that
show
curse. No, they usually show it. They usually
Oh,
have
maybe for
someone
the Super
big to
Bowl.
like flip the coin.
Yeah, for the Super Bowl, but not
I
for
don't know,
like
but I
the
could see
games.
that definitely having more of an impact, like an actual impact compared to the jersey color thing, because I mean that determines you get like obviously to say what happens to start the game. So I think
Well, I got a question for you guys.
No.
So when the
Cut it.
Packers, no,
I want to hear it.
no, so the Packers, like Matt LaFleur was talking a lot about how they won the coin toss and then went down and scored. Now, if you're going into the Super Bowl game, if you won the coin toss, would you defer or would you elect to receive? And what would be your mindset going into that? I'll
Just
start
treat
with
it
you,
like a
Miles. Or Connor, either.
nope.
I mean, okay, I don't mind answering first. I'd say whatever I'm doing in the beginning of the year. If I'm deferring every single time that I win the coin toss, just keep it going. If I'm taking the ball first and I want to try and score first, and that's what I've been doing all season long, I'll keep doing it that way. I don't think I'm going to change anything that I have been leading up to the point that I have been. I don't think you have to like play different mind games depending on your opponent. I don't believe in that. So I would say just keep it rolling with whatever you have been all season long.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, what were you going to say?
He agreed. He said exactly what I
literally
said.
like what he said.
All right.
Good question though. Careful,
No,
Miles.
but
You might lose your
that-
podcast to him pretty soon.
Shut up.
Well, that just goes with the sense when Dan Campbell in the game against the Niners, people were having that debate on the fact where, he was going for it on fourth down or he was trying to be he was being aggressive because he stuck to like how your mindset was, Miles. That's how they got to that position. That's how they did it all year. So I agree with you in the sense where you got to just keep on going what's been working for you. Don't change it up because it's just a big game. So that I agree.
Yeah. And we've already seen if you take the coin toss and you win it and you go down and you score first, doesn't mean you're going to win the game. And we've seen that in this playoffs. So go Niners.
No.
We'll move on. In the last
the
30
Bears.
years, teams traveling west against a team that's traveling east have won every single game. They are 7-0 in these games. This is the case again this year. Kansas City is traveling west. San Francisco, of course, is traveling east. Do you think this is another factor, or do you think this is a weird coincidence?
Wait,
I think it's a weird coincidence again.
what if both teams? Wait, you said what's the stat currently?
In the last 30 years, when you had one team traveling east, one traveling west, the
when
teams
you
traveling west are 7-0.
Wow. There's no way that actually has something to do with it. I think it's just a coincidence. But I mean, hey, maybe something about gaining a couple hours versus losing. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's
That's
definitely
funny
something to
though.
look into. I think that one actually could be a little bit more
I
less
mean, the
of a
49ers will have
conspiracy.
the same time zone,
But they've
so
been out in Vegas for a while now, so I
No,
don't
yeah.
really
Vegas is
think.
an hour ahead now.
Really?
I
It's on
think
Mountain
so. I
Time?
think Vegas is on Mountain Time. I could be wrong.
Uh, I don't
I'll edit
know.
it in. I'll put a little thing down here if I was wrong, but I think Vegas is on Mountain Time.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think so because I think yeah.
We will move on to the Madden video game. So they simmed this one. It turned out to be Chiefs winning this one 30-28. Do you guys see any correlation with this at all? No, nothing there.
It's Madden.
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs are they've done it
The
before.
cheese?
I think the Chiefs have done it before, and I think the likelihood of what did I say it wrong?
I'm just laughing at him around me.
Continue.
Oh, they've won it before, and they've had just that playoff like how they're succeeding in the playoffs out of nowhere. So I don't think it has any correlation really. I just think it's the more logical answer.
All right, and we'll move on to rematches. So this is the 9th Super Bowl rematch in history, and the franchise that won the initial match are actually 5-3 in the rematch game. So the matchups we had were Pittsburgh versus Dallas. Pittsburgh are 2-1 in those games against Dallas. New England versus L.A. Rams. New England's won both. New England versus Philadelphia. They have split. Dallas versus
1-1.
Buffalo. Dallas is up 2-0. San Francisco versus Cincinnati. San Francisco's up 2-0. Miami and Washington, that is a split. New York Giants and New England Patriots. New York Giants have won both. Do you guys see any correlation here, or do you think it's just a weird coincidence as well?
Just a weird coincidence. I mean, we're just taking like Philly and New England. That's a totally different,
Yeah,
at
that's a
least
weird
Philly team
coincidence.
a completely different, at least Philly team by the time they play again. So I don't think this one. Maybe you have a lot of the same piece, like big pieces on each team. Um, I don't know. Was Debo?
Yeah,
Was he hurt in that Super Bowl?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't think
I don't
Debo's hurt.
remember him playing. Obviously, Dan McCaffrey, Kittle
No.
was huge at that time. Um, Bosa was a rookie,
Jimmy.
and Jimmy
Yeah.
James is, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's a correlation. Sorry to take the scenic route on that answer, but
No, you're good. No, you're
anything.
good. Trip down memory lane there.
Kettler.
What? No, I agree. I agree
Oh,
with you.
okay.
All right, so I think that's pretty much it for conspiracies. Unless you guys know any, that's all the ones I have written down.
Well, oh, just football related?
Yeah,
Like Super
anything.
Bowl?
No,
Okay, okay.
yeah, Super Bowl related, not like real world conspiracies.
Well, I know people make those dumb like Taylor Swift conspiracy things, but
Oh
I don't
yeah,
want to get into
13.
that. Yeah, the 211 it's 13, and 100 minus 87 it's 13, and all these BS things. But
100
not things that
minus
really matter.
13 is 87.
87,
Brock
and
Purdy,
just
13.
yeah, the one
13-hour
who
trip from
he's our last
Japan to
hope. He's
Vegas.
our last hope.
All right, we'll move on to kind of like a what if. So it's pretty much just like a prompt of if San Francisco's going to win, this is going to happen. If Kansas City's going to win, this is going to happen. These are not our picks. These are just like if this team's going to win, this is how it's going to happen kind of thing. So we'll start off with Connor. If Kansas City is going to win this game, who or what is going to happen? Like outcome,
Well,
players going to go off. What kind of stuff do you think is going to happen?
I'm sure Mahomes would win MVP. Um, a lot of people won't be happy. Someone there?
Yeah, dude, it is pouring down rain right now.
Uh,
I
um,
just heard it through the mic.
You're a day behind. It was raining yesterday at my house.
Is it snowing by you?
yeah, it snowed all day.
Mm.
Probably the most snow like in one day that I had.
Really?
It's supposed to snow tomorrow too. Yeah.
Your truck get stuck? Or you're
No.
okay.
Yeah, I'm good. Um, yeah, Chiefs will win. You know, if they win. I don't know what else besides MVP. Besides, a lot of America being unhappy. I think they'll get the 32nd pick in the draft next year. Um,
I love how he
I
answered
don't.
the question with I'm not answering the question.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What will happen? Like
I'll give my
they'll
answer if you want to hear it,
like
but
okay, Mahomes will obviously increase the debate of him like eventually becoming the greatest of all time.
I
I'm sure
meant more of
Kelsey.
like, hey, Kelsey's gonna get 150 yards, and if he does,
Oh, okay.
they're definitely gonna
Sorry,
win. I thought it was more like
sorry.
that, not
No, no,
like
no, 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 no.
if the
I was just
Kansas City Chiefs
confused.
win, what's gonna happen after the
I
fact? Like,
just, I
if
just
Chiefs
didn't.
win, they
are we gonna
win.
see a
Like,
Swift
yeah,
and
that makes
Kelsey
sense.
baby? Like,
I
I don't
just
fucking
didn't.
care about that.
I didn't know what you meant. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's
We
Kelsey's
should
gonna
have
go
started off
off.
with Kettler on this one. He knew
I
exactly what
know
I
Kelsey,
because
meant.
I could have given
I
you an
didn't know.
example.
Okay, Kelsey will go off if they win. He's somehow like him and Mahomes are somehow back to being great this postseason after such an underwhelming year. I think Pacheco's probably gonna have a good game too. It's probably gonna be those three who, at least offensively, have a great game. Okay, Kettler, go for it.
All right, well, okay, let's hear my actual pick about this. All right, so if the Chiefs win,
Oh my lord!
the Chiefs are going to win if their offense is succeeds because their offense has been a problem throughout this year. In the playoffs, it's been good. Um, and just having that second option, if Kelsey's not open there initially, he's going to find another route, come back on the ball, and he's just going to throw a little looper to him, and he'll find a way to catch it. So I really believe if the Chiefs find a way to win, their offense has to be great and superior. And Kadarius Toney cannot touch the ball. That's another reason for them to win.
Yeah, for me, I think it's gotta be Kelsey gets 150 yards. I think he's got to find Kelsey, and him is in Patrick Mahomes. I think if he does find Kelsey, I think it's going to be an easy win for them. Looking at the Niners defense, it has not been the strongest defense that we've seen compared to regular season. So I definitely would expect Kelsey to go off if he's able to find and connect him, and that's honestly going to be a lead to a Chiefs win there. So I think if the Chiefs win, Kelsey's going to pop off.
Yep.
All right, let's head to the Niners now. Kettler, we'll start off with you. If the Niners win, this is going to happen.
I said this, and I'm going to say it again. I know it contradicts how if the Chiefs' offense does good, but I think the Niners' defense needs to do really good to win this game. I really because like they had a good defense all year. They have Chase Young and they have Bosa and they have these guys who can ball. They just have to do it one more time. And with the Chiefs' not great offense, the Niners' defense has to take advantage of that and really pressure the ball. And I think if they can pressure it, then Mahomes gonna overthrow it, or just different situations gonna happen where his receivers are not star players. So then they're gonna be not be able to catch the ball. So the Niners defense has to do really good, in my opinion.
What do you think, Connor?
I agree with that. I also think that this is a really good Chiefs defense, and like I know people like to discredit Purdy for his accomplishments. I'm not one of those people. I like how what Purdy's been doing, but I mean he's clearly not elite. So I think he just needs to take care of the ball, be careful with it, with how good Kansas City's defensive backfield is. I think the defense has to play well so that they could just keep running the ball with McCaffrey. I think that's how they win the game.
I think also the Niners
You already
kicker
talked.
has to. I think the Niners kicker also needs to do good, because he's a rookie kicker. And then it's the Super Bowl, and kicking is we've seen in multiple games
Easy.
where it's been what's made the difference in a game or two, So kicking, I think he has to be on point for them to also win. So kicking and defense.
I will say, before the playoffs started, I said if the Niners are going to win, and if the Niners are not going to win any of the playoff games, it's going to be because of kicking, because of the inexperience there, or inexperience at quarterback. And it looks like I'm wrong right now, but Jake Moody has not been as Jake Moody like during this postseason as he was during the regular season. So I do agree with that. Big time, I do agree.
Yeah.
For me, though, I think it's going to have to be Shanahan's got to change up the offense and not be so predictable. I think he's done a great job overall when it comes to the offense. I don't think it really has been very predictable, but when it was the last Super Bowl, it felt very predictable. It seemed like everybody knew that Debo was going to get the ball. And if it wasn't Debo, then they're going to try and find Kittle on like a seam route or something like that. It just doesn't seem like that was a recipe for success and ended up losing that game. I think this year it's a little bit better with the offense. I think it's definitely more options. Like you got Ayuk, you got Debo, you got Kittle still, and then you got CMC in the backfield. So you don't know who's going to get the ball. You got a bunch of different options. So I say just keep making it like who's going to get the ball. And if we don't know who's going to get the ball, I doubt the Chiefs will know who's going to get the ball with that type of offense. So I say just keep rolling a random guy who's going to get the ball. Don't make it so predictable. And I think if that's the case, if they're able to do that, I think the Niners win this game. So we'll move on to if they lose this game. So we'll stay with the Niners now. If the Niners lose this game, it's going to be because of this. Connor, we'll start off with you. What do you think?
Unfortunately, it'll probably be if, Brock Purdy has games similar like he did against Baltimore in the regular season. If it's they're just not taking care of the ball offensively. If they honestly don't score early, I get it. They came back and beat the Lions from pretty far behind, but I don't see Andy Reid making pretty aggressive decisions that will let them back in the game. So I think, yeah, as long as if Purdy doesn't take care of the ball and if they don't jump out early, I think they'll lose.
What do you think, Keller?
I agree with that. I mean, the experience of Andy Reid's gonna help a lot for them and the Chiefs, but the Niners, Brock Purdy this playoffs has not been very. I mean, I know there's the Brock Purdy slander, but I think he's a great player.
You're the leader of that.
He's the one on on X.
I think he's a good person.
Anonymous account.
He's just. I think you can't rely 100% on him. You got to use the run game more. You got to use different options because, like you guys said, the Chiefs' defense is pretty good, and he has not been on point recently. I mean, so he has to be on point. So, but if he's not, they're gonna lose.
Yeah, for me, it's actually very similar to Connor. I think keep the game close. Once it gets too far out of reach, I don't think it's going to be another Detroit Lions kind of game against the Chiefs. I don't think they could do that against the Chiefs. I was very surprised they did against the Lions. I think that was very lucky, but I don't see it happening again. So you got to keep this game close, whether it's a one-score game or just outside a one-score game. It's got to be within 10. If it's anything more, I think I'm going to be a little worried. As a Niner fan, I think I'd be worried as the offense for that Niner team because then you have to do it again. And who knows, Patrick Mahomes is going to be able to score more points. So keeping them off the scoreboard is going to be big, but I think keeping this game close is going to be bigger. So that's going to be a hard task to do.
What about as a Bears fan?
As a Bears fan?
Yeah.
I think I'm watching something else as a Bears fan. Myself.
He's depressed.
You're watching Ted?
I'm watching Ted, yeah. Yeah, I'm watching Ted on Super Bowl if I'm too much of a Bears fan, but I'm a Niner fan this weekend, big time.
Bandwagon.
Nope, not a bandwagon. That's my number one team. All right, guys. That's it for what I got. So unless you guys got anything, you guys ready to make your Super Bowl pick?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll start off with Kettler. Who's your Super Bowl pick for this year?
As much as it hurts me to say this, I think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to...
Jalen Hurts shout out. I see you.
Dumb. That is bad.
Can we mute him? Oh. As much as it hurts me to say, I think the Chiefs are going to win it again. I don't know. They have some random magic that the Chiefs just can win these games. And just the Niners, I mean, I think they should have lost the Packers game, and I think they should have lost the Lions game. So for them to even make it this far is a surprise. I don't see the Chiefs are the better team, but I think they'll find a way to win. So, unfortunately, I think the Chiefs are going to win.
Connor, what's your
27,
pick?
27 to 18 or 17. 17.
27, 18. I'm taking that as your pick.
So
27, 18.
are we not gonna address the Pro Bowl? I mean,
Be my guest. If you want to talk about Pro Bowl, I will give you the spotlight.
Jalen
Here's your.
Hurts.
I put it on the solo
target
frame.
practice
Go ahead and
was
talk.
terrible.
Jalen Hurts was balling in that Super Bowl or in that Pro Bowl. Sorry, I foreshadowed next year. Geno Smith, there's no way he's on the team next year. That he was playing for the AFC, I'm pretty sure. That was it though. You know, NFC's better as always.
We all know that.
As of
Jordan
like 2
Love should
years
have been
ago.
a Pro Bowler. He had the stats for it. He should have been a Pro Bowler.
We're not talking about the Pro Bowl. We're talking about Super Bowl picks.
No, we were talking
for
about the Pro Bowl.
this
You talked
weekend.
about the Pro Bowl.
As much as I don't want any of these teams to win, I wish it could just tie. What's the tying process? Or like, what's the rules? If it's a tie for a long time. Do you not know
What
that?
do you mean? I'm sorry. I was distracted.
Well,
by
if
something else.
if it's a tie, both teams have to get an opportunity to score a touchdown now. It's different from the regular
No,
season.
I know.
Okay, the one you asked
No,
me.
no. I mean, what if it ties? And what if no one ever scores?
They have to. It's a Super Bowl.
I'm asking, like, are we going to be here next year at this time if they still
Yes.
have it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to keep on playing.
They'll keep playing.
Okay. I think that's
Somebody
gonna
has
happen.
to win. I mean, I wish nobody would win this game.
No, I'm just kidding.
Honestly, but
I do think the Chiefs
You guys are
probably
big haters, man. Big
similar
haters.
to. I would rather see. I don't want to word this like I'd rather see the 49ers win. I'd rather.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
No, I would, but like I don't want to point it as like, oh yeah, I want to. I would love as long as Brock Purdy gets Super Bowl MVP. I'd like to see the 49ers win.
I agree.
I hope he like goes for like 4 touchdowns, and I don't know, but I do think the Chiefs are gonna win. I think exactly like Kettler was saying, the 49ers, although they still deserved it and advanced every week, they got outplayed more often than not in the games they played, where the Chiefs have clearly looked like the best team in the AFC. So I think while it could be a very close game, you're gonna have both teams playing at their best for everything. Obviously, I could see it being like a 23-20 Kansas City win.
23-20 Kansas City.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, I'll be the guy to save the
The homer?
graphic.
Who would have guessed?
I'll save the graphic. Niners are winning this game, 56-0. I'm just kidding. No, Niners are winning this game.
Okay.
I definitely think Niners are winning this game. This team is better than that last matchup that we had 5 years ago. We got a better quarterback this year compared to Jimmy G. No knock to Jimmy G. He got the job done. He got him to that point. Just was one game short. I'm not going to say that it was his fault. I think the Niners are winning this game. I think they have a better team overall. The defense has been very shaky, but they have a better defense, I think, this last year than they did the last Super Bowl matchup. So I think everything leads towards the Niners in this one. I think they're not going to lose twice. I think George Kittle is going to pop off. I think he's going to be one of the key factors. Him and Brandon Ayuk, go Devils. I think he's going to pop off as well. So I think the Niners are winning this one. I think it's going to be close. I'm going to say 34-30 is the final.
No.
That's cool.
We vote.
Niners now.
We voted.
What do you mean we voted?
It's one. You're gonna post one just winner. One graphic of one winner. The Talking with Beauties voted Super Bowl champion.
No.
Yes, you are. What's the point of all of them?
I said I'm gonna save the graphic.
Yeah,
the graphic has all of our names right there.
Our collective pick.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Wow.
Maybe if it was last year.
When the Niners weren't in this.
Are you still mad the Bears didn't pick Mahomes?
No, I could care less.
Dude, I brought that up to him last week.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We talked
like,
about Fields.
Yeah, I'm like, what's the team that passed up on Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, he started to quiz me. after he lost the question, which by the way, that Baker Mayfield question that you got right, he got stumped hard. And I wish I was able to release that, but he
I
got
just had a
lucky.
brain fart, and there's no
Nope,
video
that was not a
evidence.
brain fart because I gave you
Oh, it was a
hints too,
brain
and he was
fart.
like,
There's no
so
video evidence. I had a brain fart.
it was bad, dude. I'm happy you were able to get it. Someone was able to get it.
Yeah.
But no, I could care less. I don't really care if Patrick Mahomes was on the Bears because I don't think the Bears would have played it out correctly with him. So
Well, let's get
I'm okay with Trubinsky though. I really was okay with Trubinsky. I had no problem with him.
Like I was talking about before, would you run Caleb Williams or do you want to keep with Justin Fields?
Keep Justin Fields. I don't think Williams is a good enough quarterback to be in the NFL and be successful. I've seen him in college. I thought he played fairly good here at Arizona State, but he should have lost to Arizona State, and they were one of the worst teams in the Pac-12, and he's gone up against teams where I thought the team was not as good as USC, and he had to put up maybe 45 points, and yet they still lose, so I blame the defense on those kind of games, but there's other games where he does not do anything, and he's only putting up 200 yards and maybe a touchdown, and I'm all like, dude, like, you can't be relying on defense to save you every time, and then you can't be the only guy out there running the ball. I don't think he's going to be able to do well in the pros, so I'd rather keep Justin Fields. He understands the offense. I think DJ Moore still wants him around. He said it publicly. He wants him around, so I think that's actual truth. So I think it's a positive look for the Bears. They did better than what I expected this last year, so I'm curious what they're going to do with that first overall, though.
Good take.
What do you guys think?
I think I was talking to somebody today who's a Bears fan, and also just in general,
Nate.
my personal opinion.
Is it Nate?
No, it's a different guy. His name's
Wow,
Daniel.
Dude, we got more Bears fans out there.
No, yeah, I'm surprised. They are faithful fans, but the point is, I'm not a big fan on firing coaches or firing or changing it up constantly. And I know that's a big thing in the NFL is, somebody's not working for one season. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. You know, so I'm as a Packer fan, I'm glad that the Bears are keeping Eberflus because he's bad. But I'm saying,
fuck you, dude.
I'm kidding. But he
You're not.
a little bit. He made their defense a little bit better.
And I'm kidding to the most obvious, not kidding.
And just trying to make it work, I think it would be dumb for them to keep Eberflus and then get a different quarterback. Like you had Fields, you're keeping Eberflus. Let's do it again next year for the Bears' sake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I 100% agree. What do you think, Connor?
I agree. Well said. I think any quarterback you draft from now on, never going to get another CJ Stroud. So what's the point? You might as well just shop around the league. So I think they should
Carson
keep
Wentz.
Fields. Carson Wentz. When he was about to come, I thought he was about to come in that Rams game when Stafford got hurt.
Wentz?
And then, yeah, he did it, and then they lost. So that tells you all you need to know. What's the next segment?
That is actually it for what I got. Unless you guys have something more to talk about, any shout outs, any projects you guys been working on, any people you want to say what's up to. Hopefully this is out on YouTube. I will say real quick before I give it back to you guys, my camera quality is absolutely atrocious. I mean, my Zoom camera looks god awful, and for some reason I keep cutting in and out with my phone camera, so I will figure it out next week on the episodes. So I will probably just have a picture of something there to fill in for my spot, so I apologize for that. So I will figure it out though. But anything you guys want to mention?
I got you. There you go.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Dude, Connor, you look like a wet mess, man.
Bro, that was fun. I'm gonna go back on it.
You want to go back?
What was that? That was less than a year ago, right?
When? That was Lippity Doodah.
That's not when.
I mean, like, when in time. I think, what was that, like last year? I think it was last year.
Probably.
I don't know. It's probably a blur to Kettler because he's there every other day.
Yeah, and they all blend together. Him and Nick go to all the places together.
I do not go with Nick.
Yeah, you did.
I've gone with him twice.
Nah. I think you go more
Um,
often. You just don't mention it. You and Nick are like best buds. Shout out Nick, because I know you're not gonna watch this. Asshole. Always wants to be on, but never watches it. Doesn't know anything about this episode or the podcast in general. So you're never getting on this episode. On these episodes, dude.
Jeez.
Like he's gonna watch. He's not even
I
gonna
agree.
know I said this.
I agree.
Unless Connor sends him a clip right now about
Nah.
it. I'm never.
Do you do like? Are you doing like short?
So I was trying to tell him to do. I
Not
think it'd be
yet,
awesome.
because it is.
You have to do that.
This is so much work in general. Unless someone else wants to start doing editing for me for free, that'd be awesome.
Well,
You can
geez.
send me. You can send me
Kettler's
the
the
videos, and
Kettler's
then
the co-host, and he doesn't do anything.
Oh my god. I mean, like, I don't mind if someone else wants to do clips and stuff like that and give them back, and I could put it on a TikTok or Instagram Reels. It is just so much time and effort to get these episodes out in general. Like the Wednesday news took me forever yesterday. It was a packed Wednesday news, which, by the way, go check that out. We did a lot of fun stuff on there, a lot of new news. Ranked all the spring training hats, so if you guys want to know my thoughts and feelings on those, go check out that episode. But
we
it
should
takes a
start
long
posting it
time.
on our NFL rant
Oh my
Instagram
god,
page.
we had like what 5 posts on that one, and like
I think
6 or
17.
4 of the 5 were like all had to do with like top 10 lists or something like that. I think mine were the only one that were actually correct because I knew what I was talking about.
To look back at it, it was the Chiefs versus Buccaneers game, and me, you, Connor, and Alec. So us
Alec.
3 and Alec, we picked, and every single one picked that the Chiefs would win against the Bucks, and then we were all wrong.
Yeah,
We got to
looking-
get Alec on. I want an Alec live reaction Sunday, no matter what happens.
I'll try to get him on. I try to get him on this episode, but he has classes during like 6:30 this time. Which loser? Why are you taking classes this late at night? But anyways, so he can't be on these Wednesday calls, which is when we do these ones. But I will try to get him on a Super Bowl reaction episode. But yeah, we'll try to get you guys a reaction episode. I'll try to get Alec out. I think that'd be fun.
It was so funny.
If they lose, man, dude, you want to watch a
Get 'em
grown man
on,
cry?
dude.
You want to see him drunk cry? Because that's what it's gonna be.
What is if Kettler just keeps saying stuff to him like last time?
Dude, you gotta text him throughout the game again, dude.
Me?
Get his blood pressure going, dude. Yeah, get his blood pressure going.
Keep your blood flowing, kid.
Dude, he was... What, Connor, you were there. I know you weren't, Kettler, but Connor, you were there, right? That last Super Bowl?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had everybody from the high school group, which is pretty much just our whole friend group still, surprisingly. They were all over for Super Bowl when the Niners played the Chiefs the first time. And I hosted. Alec and I are the only Niner fans. Everybody else is a very mutual fan or a fan of somebody else. Kyle has a little bit of a connection to the Chiefs because of his mom, but doesn't really care about football anyways. So
That was Redskins. Or, I mean,
his dad
Commanders.
likes that Washington football team, but
Right.
he had that small connection to Kansas City because of that. I guess she grew up there or something like that. So he was going for KC, but besides that, like no one else really cared on who would win and who would lose. But Alec, man, me and him, we were pumped for most of that game until the Chiefs started to come back. I've never seen the life taken out of a guy so quickly, dude. So quickly. And we had, like, you guys know, like those football squares where you pay money and you put your name in there. Whatever the final score is, you get that. So instead of money, we just had a bunch of candy and stuff like that. Alec actually won the very final couple squares, and he won like a bunch of like king size candy bars. And I don't know, was it you, Connor, that said like, "Oh,
Yeah,
Alec, you
I
won."
think so.
Like, hey, like Alec, you won the candy. He's like, I don't care. Like he looked like he was gonna like ball to like forever, dude. Like it was so bad. It was sad actually.
it's funny.
Yeah.
And then you said I was trolling him, talking about like how the Niners lost in a text form.
Yeah, you kept
Yeah.
texting him the whole time, and it kept fuming him because it was at first it was like oh, Niners are winning, the Niners are going to do this, Niners are going to do that. And then it turned into like, oh shit, Chiefs are actually winning. So you start texting more and more. And then Alec, I don't know if Alec ever did respond to it. We'd have to get his side of the story, but I could tell he was getting very mad, not just at the game, but at the whole idea of the Niners are going to lose the Super Bowl.
Yep.
But yeah, that was a tough Super Bowl to lose, but I definitely kept composure. I don't really cry. I think the last time I cried was at a sport game, was probably, I think, 4th grade when Ohio State lost to, I think, Wisconsin. And Ohio State was like a number 1 or number 2 team in the country, and they fucking blew it against Wisconsin. And I think I did cry. I think it was the last time I cried over a sport result, but I'm not a crier on that kind of stuff.
I mean, some people have it where it like destroys their entire mood and their entire rest of their life. You know, I love my Packers to death, but I'm not gonna like. So some people like punch a TV or something. I think that's too.
Well, that's
far
just
when it
Cowboy
comes to
fans.
things.
That's just Cowboy fans.
I think those people are just ridiculous, you know. But for normal people like us, it's
Yeah, Connor,
it's
you
not
don't cry,
weird.
I don't think. You didn't cry last year, but you were very depressed. You just sounded like your normal
Whole
depressed.
thing.
I don't know. I mean,
No.
maybe that was just me. Go
Wow.
check that episode. I think it was episode 12 or 13 where we talk about the Super Bowl game. Go listen to see if Connor sounds depressed, because I think he probably was.
I mean, yeah, it's like, oh man, they lost, but like, honestly, that year was like um, it was
Rebuild.
just like an exciting year anyway. I mean, not really expecting much out of it. Um, but yeah, I mean, since I'm like thankful I got to experience a Super Bowl win when I was at that point where it was like oh everything if they won, but like oh this is horrible if they lost, that kind of thing. But like now, I mean, it's not really important. Um, we have no control over it, so you know.
I remember the Packers being the Steelers very vividly. That was a good game.
I think
2012,
I was at the
2011
Van
season.
Zants for that game. I think I was next door watching that game, if I can remember correctly. I could be wrong,
There,
but I tried.
which one was
I think I was there for that.
was Cardinals Steelers?
2008.
I think. Yeah, I don't. I barely remember that one because I rode my scooter into a fridge and had to go to the hospital and get stitches in my head.
That's crazy, dude.
Your scooter into the fridge?
Why are you having a scooter
Yeah.
inside?
It was out. It was in the garage. We were watching. We weren't even watching football. We were watching iCarly. Remember that episode with like um, the art guy that Spencer likes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he walks out and they have like the cheese tray. I just remember that, and then I
Yep.
ran into the
I know exactly what you're
fridge.
talking about.
and then I had to go to the
Kettler's
hospital.
lost. He's like, I don't even know what the fuck
yeah, no, I
iCarly
don't
is.
know.
Whatever.
Which,
Well, I know what iCarly. Well, hold on. I know what iCarly is, but I just didn't watch that episode.
this guy didn't watch SpongeBob until he was like 18 or something like that.
No,
too.
yeah, because I watched Thomas the Train and Bob the Builder, and I went straight to sports. That's where I went. I didn't need any of those other.
Sure, yeah. Because that doesn't shape your childhood right there. TV shows like that. Which, by the way, I just finished Victorious. That's got to be one of the best Nickelodeon Disney shows ever.
Third time watching it.
Easily, probably like 4th or 5th time watching it. Dude, that show is so good. Music's awesome. Sucks it's only like 45 episodes or something like that. It was
Only?
canceled abruptly because of something
When he
like,
holds it up against Ted,
controversy.
it's like nothing.
oh, you can't put those two together. That's two different genres. Like, we got a teen show versus a rated R TV show. Like, you can't put those two together. But if I had to choose both of them to watch for the rest of my life, I'm okay with that.
Wasn't like the whole time for Ted, Maddie. Like I was trying to figure out what his name really was. Like, what do you think Maddie is abbreviated for? Like Matthew, or is it because it's Maty? I believe. Maybe
Yeah,
two
then
T's.
it probably
but
is Matthew.
Matthew. It's just like because I'm like Maddie, like Maddy. Like that's not or yeah, or it's IE. Like I'm
That's
just
probably
like,
what it is.
but it's probably Matthew.
Yeah, it's
but
probably
I
Matthew.
wouldn't want to go by Maddie.
I'm okay
You don't
with
have
that.
to, you know?
Like being Maddie. You
No,
don't get to
I go
choose
by
your
Eric.
nicknames, though.
I go by Kettler.
You don't get to choose your nicknames. Nicknames choose you. That's
We
why I'm
got
still
Kettler,
Miles
we got
Corolla.
Ellen DeGeneres down here, and then we got Miles, the flush away guy. The guy from Flush.
No,
That's
dude,
crazy.
Connor St. John. Connor St.
That's
John
so
Van
weird.
Cleef, dude. Which, by the way,
Are we still?
yeah,
Are we
we're
still
still
recording?
Is
recording.
this still
Yeah.
podcast?
Yeah, we're still
Let's
going.
go.
I was gonna say kind of what we were talking about though before. How did we get here?
I just said like any last things we want to talk about it. We got all the way
Oh,
to now we're
jeez.
talking about the Victorious, which this brought up the conversation last week, which on the unaired episode between me and Kettler, is Victorious or Austin and Alley a better music producer? I guess like is there better songs out of Victorious
Whoa.
or Austin and Alley? And I think hands down Victorious, like no doubt about it. I listen to Victorious like through my thumbprint radio on Pandora and Spotify and stuff like that. So I think that wins it hands
Bro, that's
down for me.
crazy.
But I was curious on your thoughts because you're a big Austin Alley fan.
Bro, Austin Alley is top tier compared. I mean, Victorious is good too, but
Dude,
Austin
have you
Alley
seen
is.
Victorious recently though? Dude, it still
No, I
holds
haven't
up.
seen any of them
Dude,
recently.
it holds up, man.
I don't know.
We should do a tier list podcast.
We'll need to do a reaction
You
episode
should. You
of,
need to.
of stuff or tier list because now we had the YouTube channel, so we'll expand out some more things, of course. We got to figure out this stupid camera thing though. It's pissing
Bro,
me out.
so I just cameo, bro.
What?
Oh yeah, Gabriel just cameoed.
Oh, we got a
That's
Gabriel
crazy.
cameo. Man, I was looking at my camera right now. I missed it. Which, by the way, Gabriel, for the audio listeners, that is Kettler's roommate in college right now. Like it's almost like his pet kind of thing.
Whoa.
Like Kettler
Okay,
runs
whatever.
around there and he just tells Gabe, "Hey, Gabe, go do this. Gabe, go do that."
Gabe, you want
Okay.
a cameo in the podcast?
See, he's telling them what to do right now. Hey, what's up, Gabe? All
Game.
right, guys. Hey,
You guys have your. Oh,
oh yeah,
What?
what's going on? Yeah.
What do we have?
do you have like bunk beds?
We do have bunk beds.
That's so
That's what
crazy.
they're kind of dirty, but or messy.
No
but-
way.
Wait, are you on the bottom?
I'm on the bottom. Yeah, I was on the top
Yeah.
bunk, but then
I
I broke
figured.
my ankle, so I had to switch sides.
Oh, that's
So
kind of
that's
weird,
wrong.
actually. Did you
That's
change
wrong.
mattresses and stuff like that?
Yeah, I put my mattress on
Did
the
you
bottom.
actually?
Like we swapped my mattress because I have like a memory foam. Foam, so like I
Okay.
put mine on the bottom now. So
Okay, I'll accept that response. I thought you guys
Yeah.
actually were just maniacs and just change your.
we're not maniacs. No,
So wait,
otherwise
did
it'd
you
be
have
the
to bring
same.
your own special mattress in from home?
You probably brought
Bro,
a top
these
of it.
mattresses here were like springy as heck. Like you just felt like you're on like it was terrible. So I had
It's so they could hear
I actually had a friend who gave me a free like mattress. So they gave it to me for free.
Ew.
So it was brand new. It was brand new. It still was
You
in the
probably keep
wrapper.
your
Ew,
money
dude,
in
it's
it. You
fucking-
It
probably
was
keep your
brand
money
new.
in
It was
huh?
brand new in the wrapper. Okay, it was clean.
He's got a cutout in the middle where his pillow goes, and that's where the money stays.
Oh sure. So I'm in the Great Depression now, like hiding stuff.
I don't know your lifestyle. I don't know what you normally do. I could guess what you normally do, but I don't know for sure.
Okay.
Any last comments? Because we got way off topic from sports, but it is fine with me. I don't mind talking more personal stuff.
This is talking with cuties again.
Yeah, we're back to talking with cuties. It's a big circle
Talking
now.
with cuties. Yep.
Any final last comments, guys, from you guys?
I think I'm good.
No, all right. Hey, appreciate you guys listening to this one or watching this one. If you guys are watching it, please like and subscribe. That definitely helps the channel grow and be more public to everybody who doesn't know me, Kettler, or Connor personally. So that helps a lot. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple, please rate it out of 5. If you guys like it a lot, that also helps a lot. Helps get more exposure there. And tell your friends about it because it definitely helps motivate us to want to make more episodes when more people are watching or listening. So appreciate you guys doing all that. Make sure you guys also check out the Instagram and Twitter. Twitter, I have been lacking. I will agree on that. But Instagram knows pretty much everything that's going on with it. So follow Instagram. And if you have Twitter, also follow that. I have just been lacking a little bit. More links have been going out on the Twitter, though. So I've been trying to get back into it. But follow both of them as well. Episode 94 will be Wednesday news. Or no, will be the Sunday preview. Episode 95 will be Wednesday news. So check out those ones, of course. And anything else from you guys?
Connor's rocking out to his
So.
Frank Sinatra and Metallica playlist right now.
That one's over.
All right, guys.
Been
Well,
on this for like an hour.
that will do it for us. Episode 93 in the books. We appreciate you guys listening. We'll see you guys later.